Okay guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to add new posts to your account. To your website. As you can see right now, I'm in your post area, your post summary area on your website. This shows you a list of all the current posts you have on the account, on the website. I don't know why I keep saying account. You can see it also shows you the views that your post has gotten so far. Your post has gotten. Shows you the date it was published, how many comments are on the post, the tags you have on the post, what category you put the post in, who put the post up, and the title for the post. So I'm going to show you real quick how to add new posts to the website. First thing you're going to want to do once you're logged in is scroll over here to where you see posts, and then you go down to add new post. It says add new, not add new post, but you're adding a new post. So once you click on that, you're going to be in the add new post page. And you're going to first start off by inputting whatever title you want for your post. I'm just going to put a test title. From there, you go down to the main content area. There's a couple of things you need to be aware of in this area. You have, number one, if you look over to the right, you'll see there's an HTML tab and there's a visual tab. The visual tab gives you access to make changes like a word processing type environment where you just type in different things like, let me show you, this is a test, where you would type in whatever you want to type in, and you could change the bold and italicize and strike through, put bullets and change the alignment and put quotes, things like that, similar to a Word environment, very similar to like Word or something like that, to make it easy to use. Then you have the option over here. The other tab is for an HTML tab. HTML is coding, it's web coding. So if you know a little bit of web coding, you would use this option to add a lot of different things, whatever you want to add pretty much. Any HTML code that you know how to do or you want to put in here, you would put in this area if you want to add different things to your post using HTML. You don't have to use the HTML post. It's not necessary. You can just use the visual. The visual has enough as far as what you're going to want to do as far as adding images and text and manipulating the images and text. But if you have a little bit of know-how as far as HTML, you can use the HTML tab and add some in here. There is one thing you would need to use the HTML tab for all the time though, and that would be whenever you're embedding any type of video or a mixtape or anything like that. Whenever you're putting an embed code into your post, you need to make sure you have the HTML tab selected. If you have the visual tab selected and you input any kind of embed code, it's just going to show the embed code. When you save it, you're going to see just a bunch of, you're going to see the embed code show up instead of the actual video or the mixtape or whatever it is you're embedding. So make sure whenever you're embedding something, you need to make sure that you're on the HTML tab. Also, you see up here it says upload and insert. This is where you would click to insert any media files you have as far as images or videos or music, whatever you want to put in there. That's as far as music and video, that's when you're not using an embed code. For the most part, you're going to want to use an embed code, but if you have a video that you're hosting yourself on your website and you want to insert it from your media library, you would use that option to insert that video or that audio. But for the most part, you're going to use an embed code for the video and the audio. So this option would mainly be for images. So I'll show you real quick how to insert an image. You just type in whatever this is, test image insert. And from there you would put the cursor wherever you want the image to show up at. Say I want the image to show up here between test and image. Put the cursor there, and then you go up to this little icon, looks like a camera and a music symbol. It says add media. You click on that. It's going to open up your add media box. And from there you have the option to either drag and drop your media directly into this drop files box area. If you do that, it'll upload automatically. Or you have the option to click select files. You can do that and that'll let you browse through your computer hard drive and upload your image from there. You also have the option to use a URL. So you have the image on a different site or something, you can use the URL for that image to show on your site. Or you can go into your media library, which is the library of images you already have uploaded to your website. You can use it from there also. You can click show, and then you go down to insert image in the post. And once you do that, the image would insert into the post. As you can see, it's all a bunch of code because I'm still in the HTML area. Once I click on the visual area, you'll see the actual image. Again, the visual is a much more user-friendly area, so you're going to want to use the visual area as much as possible. Once you have the image in the post, you can then click on the image and click here where it says edit image, and from there you can edit the image. You can make a bunch of changes to the image. If you want the image to align to the left, to the center, or to the right, you can do that, or none, you can leave it there. If you want to make the image smaller, as you can see, you can change the size of the image. You want to change the title of the image, or the alternate text, or the caption, or the link URL. The link URL would be where the image would be linked to. Once you click on the image, what website it will go to. You can have none, or link it to another image or something like that. And then you can go to the advanced options and mess around with all that stuff in there also. So once that image is up there, this is the image inside the post. You also have an image that's going to be your main post image, which would be the image that shows up here in your feed area. So whatever image you put for the main image is going to show up right here. As you can see, this is the main image for this particular post. It's also going to show up in this area. If it's a mixtape, it's going to show up over here. So you're going to want to make sure you input that image. The only time you're going to really need that image would be if you're not using a video, if you're not uploading a video post. If you're uploading a video post, you don't need to put an image because you're going to use the video screenshot, as you can see, as your main image. So you won't need to put an image. But we'll get into uploading videos in a different tutorial. So next option that you're going to want to do, before you go down here to upload the image, you do have to select the particular sidebar you want for your post. You have currently 3 different sidebars. You have the main sidebar, the post sidebar, and the advertisement sidebar. These are the sidebars I made for you. You can make additional ones by going through the sidebar tutorial. I'm just going to select the main sidebar. And just for your reference real quick, if you don't know, which I'm sure you probably do, this is a sidebar. This area here is a sidebar. This is the main sidebar on your site. And then when you go into the post, you can have that same sidebar, or you can use different sidebars. You can make different custom sidebars and select which one you want to show up on which particular post. So that's what, once you make different sidebars, they'll be available in this drop down menu, and you select which particular sidebar you want this particular post to use. You can also check off that you don't want to have a sidebar. If you want it to be a full width page with no sidebar, you check that off, and the sidebar wouldn't show up. But we're going to have a sidebar on this page, so I'll check that off. I'll uncheck that. Next, you're going to want to upload your post main image. As you can see, under that post main image, it tells you the size that your post main image needs to be. It needs to be 600 by 270, and it also needs to be a JPEG. It's very important that you actually adhere to these size parameters. If you don't, if it's smaller, it may not work. Your post might not show properly. So you want to make sure, if you have a graphic designer designing the images for your post, or if you're getting the images somewhere offline or wherever you're getting them from, you need to resize them to make sure they fit to be 600 by 270 pixels, and they need to be in a JPEG format. If you're not sure how to resize them, there's a tutorial to show you how to resize them also, so you might want to go through that, but I'm not going to do that right now. So the next thing you're going to want to do is to upload the image. You're going to want to actually click on the upload button. Click on that upload button, and again it'll bring up that media file, add media file box again, and you have the option, same as before, you can drag it into this box to upload it, or you can click on the select files and go find the files. So I'm just going to go and find one of these files somewhere here. Where the heck? I got these files somewhere here. Hold on, okay. Alright, I got the files here. A little unorganized sometimes. Alright, here we go. There's some posts. There we go. Alright, now I got them. Alright, here's the files. These files, this particular file, these are the files that I already had available that I've already sized to the correct size. So I'm going to select this particular sample file here. Again, it's already been sized to the correct size. As you can see, it's 600 by 270 Once you upload it, all you need to do is go down to insert and post, and once you click that, it's going to put the URL right there. So now that's your main image for your URL. And then all this other stuff down here is different depending on if you want to do videos or things like that, and that's going to be covered in a different tutorial. So you have your main image post up there, you have whatever content you wanted to put in there. Oh, you do want to also input the description area here, so you want to type in a quick description of what your particular post is. I'm just going to put in a test description. Whatever you type in here is going to show up on your, let me go back to your main menu here. I'm sorry, your main page, your home page. Whatever you type in the description area is going to show up right here under the post, right there. So you can type a real brief description, or you can type something longer, and then they'll click read more to go to it, or whatever you want to put there. You don't have to put a description there if you don't want to, at least not for the image post. Later on, I'll explain to you why you need to put an image there for the video post. But for the image post, anything other than the video post, you don't have to put a description. But it's helpful to your viewers to have a little description before they click on the post. So you put that in there, and then you're going to want to go over here and select what category your post is falling into. Right now you only have 2 categories on the website. You actually have 3, but these 2 are just sample categories. So right now you have an audio category and a video category. If you select the audio category, whatever you put in the audio category right now is automatically going to show in this mixtape area. It's going to automatically show a preview in that area. So you can select that if you have a mixtape or whatever, or if you have a video, you can select that. You also have the option to select both, or whatever you have. You can select more than one. But I'm going to select audio just so we can see how it shows up in the area, even though we don't have any audio on this particular post. From there, you input your tags for the post. I'm just going to put test tags, whatever, sample. Whatever you want to put in there, you just put them in there and you separate them with a comma. The same as YouTube. Click add, and then you're pretty much done. So what you're going to want to do is go up here and click publish, and I'm going to actually set it as private so that it doesn't go to your site. This is not something you need to do unless you want it to be private, but I'm just setting it at private so it doesn't show up on your public site. But you just click publish and it'll go up to your site. So I'm going to click update, and I'm going to go back to your site, and you'll be able to see the new post. The reason why you can see the new post even though I made it private is because I'm actually logged into your website. So a regular viewer wouldn't be able to see this unless they were logged in. But as you can see, here's the new post. There's the main image. There's the test title. There's the test description. You can click on the main image and go to the post. It's going. Don't worry, my internet's a little slow today. But as you can see here, you are on the main post. This is the image that I inserted in there. Obviously, you would want to make this image smaller so that it fits in there properly. I just inserted the image, but you want to make them smaller. You want to make it the biggest image you can put in this area when you have a sidebar is 600 pixels. This is way too big. I just put it in there as an example, but as you can see, there's everything there. The sidebar would be over here if my image wasn't covering it up. And you have inside your post, you have your Twitter, your Facebook options. And this particular post, I actually cut off the commenting. So let me add the comment. Let me make sure that the comments, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see allow comments. You want to make sure, or if you don't, you have the option that allow people to make comments to your post or not. Just make sure that's checked off or not checked off depending on how you want it to look, or if you want to give them the option to comment on the post. So I'm going to check that off and I'm going to update it. And then once we refresh it, you'll see that there is a comment section down there. And there you have your comment section.